Hi guys, I'm Ben Beps, and this is a big day for me because I am introducing my new challenge. I started college, as I told you in my French video, and I've made a few friends there who are from Italy actually, so there are some exchange students which have come over from Italy to England to study English in England, and it's kind of given me a bit of a motivation to learn Italian. And seeing as I'm doing Italian as my extend course in school, I had the choice in college, I had the choice between German and Italian for an extend course as well as my A-levels, which I'd do about an hour of each week, so it's not that much at all, but I would still like to study it properly. So I've set myself this challenge that by the end of the year, by the end of 2019, I have to be conversationally fluent in Italian. Now, how do you define conversationally fluent? What I mean by this is I want to be able to go to Italy, not to say I am going to Italy, but I want to be able, if I was in Italy, if somebody came up to me on the street and tried asking me something, I'd be able to respond, give them an in-depth answer to their question with minimal grammatical mistakes and a lot of in-depth vocab. So I want to be beyond a GCSE level, getting towards an A-level kind of level in Italian, and I have 3 months to do it. There was a comment on my video saying, aren't you making as much progress if you're using multiple apps? And it's true, to be honest. I mean, I was making a lot of progress I felt at the time, but looking back on it, maybe I wasn't making as much as I could have done if I just stuck to 2 or 3 apps. So for Italian, I am going to stick to a maximum of 5 apps in total. I'm going to try and do 3 every day, and then just like the other 2 just now and then, just to get a bit of more vocab into my head, for example. So I'm definitely going to be using Babbel because I think that is very good for learning all the grammar. I do not think Babbel is that good for learning vocab. I never remember any vocab I learned on Babbel except like the conjugations and grammar stuff. So I'll be using Babbel for the grammar so that I can learn all the tenses and everything to speak more fluently grammatically. I will be learning Pimsleur to improve my confidence speaking, because Pimsleur does audio lessons and it prompts you to repeat the phrases which it's saying, etc., and it gives you building blocks to put together sentences, and you'll be speaking out loud, so that will give me a lot more confidence when speaking in Italian. So I'll be using Babbel for grammar, Pimsleur for speaking.
So at this point the recording cut, and it's kind of a handy moment for me to announce the last 2 apps which I'm going to be using. Now, I was considering using Drops or Memrise, and I've gone for Memrise in the end. They have a lot of unofficial decks or flashcards for vocab, so as well as having a main course of Italian, they also have lots of user-created courses, whereas Drops is solely the set vocab. Therefore, I think I could get more out of Memrise than Drops. However, I've got a special surprise for everybody in this video. UTalk have teamed up with me to sponsor my Italian challenge. In the clip you were just watching, I said that I wanted to be able to speak Italian with, say, somebody on the street if I was travelling in Italy. And one of the best apps for travellers to build up their vocab and build up their confidence and basically get a phrase book inside their head really quickly is UTalk. Now, I've already reviewed UTalk on my channel, and they have offered me a discount code for all of you guys. If you want to get a premium subscription to UTalk in any language, then go down to the link in the description. I've got a link to the UTalk website, to the checkout point where you can use my code BenBeps30 for 30% off any purchase you make. I don't get a commission from this, it's just for you guys. It's just a special code I have which all of you can use if you want 30% off your purchase. UTalk have also provided me with the Italian course, so I'll be working through the Italian course, trying to pick up new words, new vocab, trying to improve my confidence and my pronunciation throughout the next 3 months. Thanks to UTalk for sponsoring the series, and yeah, my daily routine will consist of some Pimsleur in the morning, Babbel on the train, Memrise in the evening, and UTalk, because of its nature of being handy to get out as and when you have a bit of free time and complete a session, I'll be doing it whenever I have some free time throughout the day. As I said, it's good for travellers as well, so with me constantly going in and out of Exeter to college, it'll be really handy to just do when I'm waiting at the station, for example. If you want to get UTalk, remember the discount link is in the description below.
I also have a few books I've bought up on the bookshelf. Italian for Dummies, Collins Italian Grammar, and Teach Yourself Italian Grammar, so I'll be using those maybe a little bit, although I'm not so keen on learning languages with books. Anyway, the challenge starts here. I'll be recording updates every now and again. There should be 3 or 4 videos in this series giving you updates over the next 3 months or so. So yeah, I will update you in a few days' time on how my basic Italian is going. I'll see you in a few days. Buongiorno, come stai? Io sto bene. E ho imparato l'italiano per una settimana e non parlo molto bene, ma io posso parlo un po'. Yeah, I'm gonna do the rest in English, I think. con il mio cellulare. I think I'm gonna do the rest in English actually. Okay, so I've been learning Italian for a week. I have actually surprised myself. I've learned quite a lot. See, I was like talking, I felt like my pronunciation is better than actually it could be. I feel like my pronunciation was actually right in that. My accent is very English. But I have learned quite a lot in a week. I'm making good progress. I'm happy with it. I hope this carries on. If it does, I'm gonna far exceed how well I did with French in 3 months. I haven't actually done a lot in terms of language learning apps this week though. What have I done? UTalk. There you go. Download it on the App Store now. So I have completed first words and the 3 starter words on the Italian UTalk. Because it's a vocab builder and it doesn't do grammar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cram the grammar into the first 2 weeks to a month of learning Italian. So I've been focusing on grammar for the past week. I'm going to carry on focusing on grammar. So I'll be doing a lot of Babbel with that and using my grammar books. Yeah, I've made a good start to the Babbel course as well, by the way, everybody. So yeah, I'll be doing a lot of grammar. I'll try and get all the grammar into my head, then after that I'll do vocab, so with UTalk. So I'm probably not going to do too much UTalk within the next month or so, but in November and December, for the last 2 months of the challenge, I want to complete the UTalk course for Italian. There are, I think, 60 topics, and it will be 60 days for the last 2 months, so yeah, a topic a day. I have also made a good start to the Pimsleur language course. So I actually love Pimsleur. I feel Pimsleur is actually so good at like helping me with confidence with my speaking. I may have already said this, but yeah, I've got Pimsleur Italian and I've made a good start to that as well. I'm really enjoying it as well. Pimsleur is just something I can do while playing FIFA, or like just doing something I'd normally do to chill out in my free time and at the same time be learning a language. So yeah, I've made a good start to Pimsleur. I will update you one more time before the end of the video on how well I'm doing. And then my next video in this series, in this Italian series, will be at the end of October, just after Halloween. And that will be my progress in Italian after a month. So yeah, stay tuned for that. How do you say good afternoon, because it's not quite evening yet? Francese, italiano. Ho comprato due libri di italiano that haven't actually arrived yet, so I'm getting 2 more this week, and I've bought the Mango Languages course, and I've almost completed the whole of first part of it, the whole of Unit 1. I should probably mention I forgot to take my coat to college. The weather took a turn for worse while I was walking home from the train station, so yeah. Io voglio mangiare, ma ho bisogno d'un caffè perché io sono molto... How do you say type? Oh! Yo, that was a live reaction. I guess this must have arrived when I was at college today. I think I know what's inside. Which one is it? Here we go. It's crumpled on the corner. It's second-hand from eBay. You can't see. Complete Italian, grammar, verbs and vocabulary. Vengo con te. Scendo subito. Il rumore. Decent. Only cost me £4 on eBay when it's normally worth like, I don't know, £12. Got another book coming just like this though, so I'm happy. Ancora non parlo molto bene l'italiano, ma sto imparando e io posso parlare un po' adesso. Voglio imparare più d'italiano perché io ho bisogno di parlare migliore, better, per I miei amici. I've actually completed a lot on the Babbel course as well. I think I'm into the intermediate level, so yeah, I've actually been grinding on that over the past 2 weeks. I've completed Unit 1 on Mango Languages. I have completed Level 1 on Pimsleur, so I've really grinded over the past couple of weeks, and that's probably why I look so exhausted. I have literally, my life now being at college is learning languages all day, every day. I get up in the morning at about 6:30 or 8, depending on my timetable. I do a lesson of Pimsleur for half an hour over breakfast. I take the train to college, or I get a lift. Either way, I'll be doing Italian or whatever language for another half an hour then. I then have about 3 languages every day, 2 to 3 languages, 2 to 3 lessons of languages every day. So each one's about an hour and a half. So each one's about an hour and a half, each 4.5 hours. 3.5 to 4.5 hours of languages in school, in college. And I go to the library at lunch. I do stuff at lunch as well for about an hour to an hour and a half, as well as seeing friends. I take the train home etc. for another half an hour. Then when I get home, I have about 5 hours in the evening, which I spend learning languages. Right, yeah, so I'm doing a lot of language learning every day. In the next episode of Learning Italian in 3 months, I'll be showing all of you how good my Italian is after my first month of learning, which I'm excited to show you. So at the end of October. At the end of October, I'll show you how good my Italian is.
La más loca, la que más atreve, la envidia de todas las mujeres. Está soltera y también como lo mueve. Esa cosa sí que tiene poderes.
Mami tiene lo que ninguna chica tiene. Tanto flow que no se compara en niveles. Mi modelo de ti tengo 10.000 carteles. Eres icy, espero.